5 reasons the Cutlass Black still rules. As I've traveled the verse, I've seen this ship everywhere, the Drake Cutlass Black. But here's what I don't get. She's never had a gold standard pass, no physicalized components, no bathroom, and every patch someone's calling her a glass cannon or saying that she's been nerfed. So what is it about this ship? Why do pilots keep coming back to her, flight after flight? I'll give you 5 reasons, but I'll be honest, I'm not convinced she deserves a spot in my hangar, yet. Most vehicles have a service manual, something put together by third parties working with the manufacturer. But in Star Citizen, you're on your own, so I made one. Every ship in this series gets a handcrafted factory service manual. The full-color factory service manual covers every upgrade, and the black and white technical edition, that one's made for your binder, easy to print, and built for the field. So take your pick or collect them all. Links in the description. Hi, I'm Dusty Star, and today we're taking a close, honest look at the Drake Cutlass Black. So grab a drink, grab a snack, because this one's going to get interesting. Here's what I can't shake. Why do I keep seeing this ship everywhere in the verse? What is it that makes pilots hang on to her when so many other ships come and go? The Cutlass Black was born in 2845 as Drake's bid for a UEE Navy contract. Cheap, rugged, easy to repair, that was the pitch. But the Navy said no. So how did a failed military bid turn into one of the most flown ships in the verse? Drake pivoted. They pushed the Cutlass to civilians, called it a rescue ship, even built in space for stretchers and a tractor beam. But out in the wild, pilots made it their own. Suddenly the Black wasn't hauling victims, it was hauling loot, cargo, and crews looking to make a quick exit. And here's the twist. Even without the gold standard pass, players keep coming back. Why? That's what we're about to break down. Up top, the man turret. 2 size 3 guns locked and loaded. Side doors here. One thing that Cutty Black does better than most, getting in and getting out. And that's reason number 1. In, out, gone. Wide ramp, big side doors. Small detail, big difference. And I'll show you something else these doors are perfect for later on, so stay with me. And the ramp, the Cutty signature. The Cutty makes quick work of moving people, gear, or cargo. But here's the kicker. That ramp isn't just about moving boxes, it's about moving money. The Cutty is one of the few ships in its class that can carry a Great Cat Rock plus extra supplies. That's why reason number 2 is ramp to riches. Because if you're chasing early credits, nothing prints them faster. Here along the wings and the fuselage, you've got pilot-controlled hardpoints. 4 size 3 guns total. Enough firepower to hold your own in a fight while still hauling cargo. Here's the turret again, and this one's not pilot-controlled. You need another set of hands on board. For a lot of players, this was their first real taste of multi-crew. Coverage is limited, blind spots are plenty. Let's just say I've got mixed feelings about this turret, and in the upgrade section, you'll see why I did something that'll raise eyebrows. And here's the kicker, missiles. 6 racks total, carrying 16 missiles right out of the factory. For a so-called utility ship, that's some serious firepower, and later I'll show you how well they work in a fight. Tucked inside the bay, a tractor beam. Officially, it's for rescue ops. Unofficially, pilots use it for salvage, recovery, even piracy. Whatever the job, the Cutty adapts. The Cutlass doesn't let you rip out parts by hand yet, but smart upgrades still show you who she is. Tougher, steadier, more dependable than the stock frame lets on. For the power plant, I went with Genoa Industrial A. Why? Because power is margin for survival. For the quantum drive, I went with the RSI Chimera. Much more range than the stock. That means fewer stops, fewer risks. Shields next. I swapped in Rampart Industrial Grade A's. This is the upgrade that makes the Cutlass Black feel like less of a gamble. Coolers don't make much difference in game right now, but they will. So even if they're mostly for show today, tomorrow they'll matter. Remember that man turret we looked at earlier? It looks mean, but here's the truth. If you're flying solo, it's a power hog for not much gain. You're bleeding juice for guns you can't even fire without a buddy on board. So I stripped it, pulled the Panthers off that turret and disarmed it completely. Freed up power so I can put it where it actually matters, into the components that keep you alive. Next, I yanked out the stock Manus Gatlins from the fuselage mounts. Sure, they spin fast, but they burn ammo and overheat quick. Not what you want in a sustained fight. Now here's the move. Those Panthers we pulled off the turret, I dropped them straight onto the fuselage hardpoints. Same gun, better position, no wasted power. That's how you turn the Cutty from compromise into confidence. Sometimes the smartest upgrade is subtraction. On paper, the Cutty Black looks like just another mid-size hauler. But in practice, well, that's what we're about to put to the test. Alright, we're putting the Cutlass Black to work. Simple cargo contract, pick up at Tressler, run it down to a Microtech logistics depot. Nothing fancy, but this is where hauling ships prove what they're really made of. Contract says we're moving pressurized ice and processed food. Nothing exotic, but the essentials always pay steady. Elevator brings it up, ready for loading. Here's where the Cutlass earns her keep. Wide ramp, low deck, means no wasted motion. Just back her up and the cargo slides straight in. For hauling work, that's what you want. Here's where the Cutty pulls ahead. Normally you'd have to hop out with a multi-tool and haul every crate by hand, but that remote tractor mount lets me stay in the seat and load the whole bay without ever leaving the ship. Clean, fast, and no wasted steps. Cargo's locked in, ramp sealed up, she's ready to move. That took minutes, not an hour. Efficiency matters. Gear up and VTOL off. We're heading planet side. The real test is whether the Cutlass can do it faster and cleaner than the ships most pilots are eyeing in this range. The Titan, the Hull A, even the Freelancer. Does she actually hold her own? Cutty's beams cut straight through the tree line. For all the jokes about her being unfinished, she feels purpose-built for this kind of run. Now the unload. This is where a lot of ships slow you down. But again, I'm in the seat, tractor beam ready, no wasted steps. Cargo delivered, credit secured. $43K for a smooth hop. Was it glamorous? No. Did the Cutty Black make it effortless? Absolutely. The Cutlass Black may not be polished, may not be pretty, but she hauls clean, loads fast, and with that remote tractor beam, she does it easier than the Titan, the Hull A, or even the Freelancer. Any ship can haul boxes. What separates the survivors from the wrecks is what happens when the missiles start flying. I'm loading up on contracts, Gilly's flight school missions, plus a few bounties around Microtech. Nothing fancy, just enough to push the Cutty where it counts. The first fight is 2 Mustang Alphas and an Anvil Arrow. Nimble little fighters. On paper, they should run circles around a Cutty, but let's see how long they last against our 4 Panthers.
Got hostiles heading to your position. Prepare to engage.
And there it is. Those size 3s may not be flashy, but their sustained fire is brutal. The Panthers don't quit, and neither does the Cutty Black. 3 ships down, quick as that. But that was the warm-up. The real test, Gilly's 3rd mission. This time, heavier opposition. A Hornet protecting 2 prospectors. The Hornet's priority 1. I cut missiles loose. The first arrestor misses, second lands. Hull goes red, but he's still flying. Now here's the problem. The Cutty's not a dancer. She's no Arrow, no Gladius. Keeping a Hornet in my sights is hard work. I'm wrestling this ship just to stay on target. But patience pays. He slows too much near the rock. I get my opening. Panthers chew through what's left. Target destroyed. The Cutty Black just passed test 2. Next target, a prospector. But wait, surprise Hornet escorting him. Now we're in real trouble. I pivot fast, dump Panthers on him. I must have hit the engines. He's crawling. Hull red, then boom. He goes up before I do. I glance at my systems. Shield's holding, hull is clean. The Cutty's taking hits, but she's still in the fight. Now back to the prospectors. They're slow, they're tanky, but they can't outlast sustained fire. One down, then the other.
There we go. Another lesson in the books.
The Gilly contracts are done, but now we're flying low over Microtech for a bounty. Scanner pings an unknown blip out here. Could be the target, could be worse. Sure enough, Avenger Titan. Not the main target, but he's in the way. I lock him up, first missile away, and it hits. He's lit up red on the scope. He dives for the deck. I send another one chasing. He's not getting clear that easy. Then there it is, my real target, a Saber Raven. I lock him, fire, and swing back around to the Titan. Raven takes the hit, hull flashes red. This fight's about to get crowded. Titan streaks past my nose, close enough to scratch the paint. Raven's hugging the ground, so I flip back to the Avenger. Line him up, squeeze the Panthers. Boom, that's one problem solved. Now it's just me and the Raven. He's firing hard. Shields are dropping, engines flashing red. He's faster, meaner, and coming right at me. Well now, it looks like old Dusty got himself into a little bit of a predicament. The question is, will the Cutty survive the hit and keep on flying, or is this where the combat test ends? Yep, that'll do it. The Cutty will fight hard, but she ain't built to win at chicken. Hey, somebody grab a mop. It looks like we're walking home from here. By now, the Cutty Black should have been obsolete. New ships keep rolling in, the Freelancer, Nomad, Hull A, each one promising to take her spot. But none of them have truly replaced her. Players keep coming back, still keep flying the Cutty. That's reason number 3. She refuses to die. Morning comes slow on Microtech. Cold air, pine in the wind, river running close by. Out here, The Cutlass isn't a warship or a hauler. Out here, she's just a cabin at the edge of the wild. Hunting's different when your lodge can fly. Today, we're out on the tundra. There, a pack of Copions. Vicious, unpredictable. Built for this cold ground, and their nose horns fetch a price. Land soft, don't spook the pack. One shot to anchor, second to finish. Clean and respectful. Hand tool does the heavy lifting, no crew needed. The Cutlass lets you haul your prize in yourself. The Copion horn, not just a trophy. Rayari buys them up for research. There's something in the bone worth studying. Black market pays too, for the bragging rights of owning one. But Copions, they're just the warm-up. The tundra keeps much bigger secrets. Quasi-grazers, like buffalo, but what's valuable isn't their hide, it's their eggs. Patience. Breathe steady. One clean shot. Quasi-grazer eggs, not your average rations. These are high-end delicacies. Chefs pay a premium for them because no two ever taste quite the same. Out here, they're fragile, rare, and worth more than most crates you'd haul in a contract. One clean shot and suddenly dinner's worth more than your cargo. So what's the final impression? The Cutlass isn't perfect. She's rough around the edges. She'll get you in trouble if you push her too far. But every time I fly her, I come back with something. Cargo, a bounty, or a story worth telling. That's why she's still here. And here's reason number 4. Beyond missions. The Cutty Black goes past contracts. I've used her as a lodge, a hunting rig, even just a place to breathe on the tundra. She's not just a ship, she's a partner in the stories that don't end up on a mission screen. And that leads me to reason number 5, good enough. The Cutty's not the fastest, strongest, or toughest. She's not the best at any one thing, but she's good enough at all of it. And that's why she's still here, still flying, still ruling the verse. Take care of yourself out there. Around here, we slow down, look close, and stick with a ship long enough to see what it's really made of. And this Cutlass Black, she earned a permanent place in my hangar. Every ship we tear down comes with a full-color factory service manual, black and white schematics for your binder, and the salvager's tactical recovery sheet. You'll find them all linked in the description. I've got more manuals on the way, so if this kind of work speaks to you, make sure you're subscribed. And if there's a ship you think we ought to crack open next, drop it in the comments. Big thanks to the crew keeping the manuals alive. If you want to jump in, you'll get early access, behind the scenes, all the docs, and a say in what ship we do next. Join today, I'd appreciate your support. And if you're looking for a crew that cares like family, thrusters and dust runs, organized mining and salvage ops, ship meetups, and real in-game work that's worth your time, new or seasoned, we've got a place for you. I'm Dusty Star, and my hangar's always open to you. Oh, nice boy. Come here. Ow, what the heck?